Wow, Barbara, this is exciting. Raising truth seekers. Please tell us more about what parents, grandparents can expect.
You know, this is really a surreal moment for me because it was about 10 years ago that the Lord dropped this dream into my heart. I was actually out at the Bellville Retreat Center. I can remember the moment. And I was even speaking with Ed Smith. Yeah, you know why it took me so long? Because I wasn't ready. I mean, the Lord had to do a lot of work on me. I mean, what you've heard already, I had to go through that journey, for these 10 years. And so the truth that I have received, because I had so many lies, that's really freed me up, and also I have a good friend who's an editor to help me out. And that's how the book came to be. Yeah.
Wow, 10 years. That's amazing. Can you tell us a little bit more about the lies that you were believing and how transformation prayer was part of that process?
Yeah. For most of my life, like decades, I was just riddled with fear and anxiety. I didn't realize that as a child, I had picked up a ton of lies, especially one moment in my life. But like I'm unlovable.
Oh, wow.
I make up words like I'm unwantable. There's something wrong with me. And I didn't know that these lies were actually driving my life. I wasn't aware that I really didn't trust God. I mean, I had a whole distorted view of him. And so I just cried out to God one day and just said, I'm done. Like, I'm done living this way. I mean, I know truth in my head, but it is not sinking into my heart. Yeah, he met me. And the prayer modality of TPM appeared right at that moment. And so lie by lie, the Lord has been replacing those with his truth, his perspective. And so that's really what TPM is. Whenever we're in pain, God meets us right there in that pain. And then when we sit at his feet and we say, Lord, this is what I believe. Sometimes it's even embarrassing to admit. And then he gives us his truth. Well, that's the game changer. That moment when you get to sit at Jesus' feet, just like Mary did, that's the moment when the transformation happens. It's in an instant whenever you are persuaded by the Lord that this is the way I see things.
Oh, I love that. Just coming to the Lord instead of staying stuck. Yeah. How often do we stay in our stuckness instead of going to the Lord first?
Yeah.
Barbara, can you tell us a little bit more? I think of TPM as like the express lane on the highway. Just get on that express lane, get to the root of your stuff real quick. So tell us a little bit more about raising truth seekers, some of the heart that you have for parents.
I would have to say that I wrote the book that I wish I had had whenever I was raising my children. So I was, a little younger than Angela when I started my family. And when they would have meltdowns, or be angry and having conflict, I mean, we kind of did what most people do, but I didn't have words. I didn't have a way to help them, to process what they were feeling, mainly because I didn't have a way to do that myself. I was really good at just stuffing my emotions, and then they would just spew out whenever I least expected it,
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, I mean, really, this is my heart, and I feel like the heart of Serenity Retreat, too, to help parents to raise children, to have that strong faith that when the storms come, even for a child, those storms are going to come, that the faith is so deep-seated, yes.
I know in your book, there is a beautiful testimony of a father who humbly has adopted TPM as part of his lifestyle. And the way it's presented in the book is beautiful. So can't wait for you to read it. I'm not going to ruin it for you. But
that family right there, that's kind of an example, because Connor, George, this is a Canadian couple. Isa, the wife, went through our training. And I could tell whenever I would pray with her in the breakout rooms, she was always asking about the kids. And I went, okay, this is my person here, right here.
Can you also share about, I believe it's Vincent, what's that other story?
Oh, okay.
The teenage daughter.
Well, there's another father that I got to interview, and his daughter is adolescent, and she was very resistant, very skeptical about doing TPM. But whenever, her dad was talking to her about it, and she said, okay. So anyway, so after they did this session, and she heard from the Lord, and she yelled through the house, "Hey sis, Dad's not crazy. It really works."
Isn't that the dream, though, that we have sons and daughters that are going to the Lord with their struggles? So we would love to walk with you on whatever journey you're at right now. Go to serenityretreat.com. We have 1-hour sessions. We have personal healing retreats. And we had training if you're on the highway and you have something come up. You can learn how to do TPM on yourself.
But I wanted to point out that the cover of this book might look imperfect. This is like a little kiss from God. This is not the way I designed it, but yet I think this is beautiful because God doesn't want us to be perfect parents or perfect grandparents. He wants us to be people who will regularly sit at his feet and say, "I don't know. What do you want me to know?" Just continually run to him and point our children to him. Thank you.